first in the series of obsession compulsion after a breakup. Do you wonder what your ex is doing? Do you plot how to get them back? Or maybe you're craving their love and can't stop positioning them to see how fortunate they were to have you. Sadly, fixation rarely intersects with healing, and even more rarely ends with continuing deep love. Pain and loss calls for reflection, grieving. Kindness to self is what we need. These feelings are qualitatively different from obsessive-compulsive energy, which arises from deep-seated attachment wounds. The origin of the wound is the experience of not having certain needs met by our caregivers when we were children. The failure to have our needs met results in feelings of abandonment. The feeling becomes rooted in our psyche. We blame ourselves for the abandonment. As adults, we want healing. We try and search out with the hopes of finally connecting with someone who will fill the needs for which we have experienced gaping emptiness. We unconsciously seek resolution for the need to feel loved and accepted, something we may have yearned for since we were young. In terms of selecting a partner, if we don't do the work we need to do to change our patterns, we're drawn to someone who feels familiar to us and who loves and communicates in the way we are used to, a way similar to that of the caregiver from whom we experience the abandonment. Instead of receiving the love we seek and deserve, we end up receiving hurt, neglect, intermittent kindness, mixed signals, or abandonment. This similar feeling triggers the losses from childhood. Our ex is a stand-in in our attempt to heal our wounds created by our parents or caregivers. Our ex-partner represents loss, and as we had to do as children, pouring our attention outward at another person, we continue to do that as adults. When we were little, our caregivers were necessary for our survival. As adults who find love, we can love another and continue to care for ourselves at the same time. When we look to another person to know how we should feel on a day or about something, that's codependency. We think we must look outward to heal our inner wound, and we try to control something or someone external to us in order to feel worthy. In a situation like this, the healing path intersects with caring for yourself, turning inward and connecting with your power. Maybe there is something else other than this person that is driving the obsessive-compulsive behavior. Call upon your inner child. What does that inner child need most? Who wasn't there for that child? Who broke that child's heart and left them feeling lonely and afraid? Thank yourself for the extreme behavior, the obsessiveness that drew your attention to the healing and love that you need from you. You need to be seen by yourself, the one you may have ignored in an effort to get back the trigger for obsessive compulsion. This is the medicine of heartbreak, designed for you to remember who you are at your core, more powerful than ever.